Okay, so now we've delved a bit deeper into what consciousness is. It's an emergent existence, just like what a photon is. Yeah. So then you have to say awareness. Yeah, is a fundamental component of consciousness. When you're trying to prove consciousness, you look for awareness. Yeah, and then you can say what's the smallest scale of being that can be considered to be aware. Yeah. You reach a point where you get to RNA, which is viruses. So they show rudimentary awareness. So awareness can exist at very small scales. Yeah, and this is where you find that living and non-living things, yeah, are related. Yeah, um, we have to be siblings. Yeah, because a non-living thing was created by the Almighty, and a living thing was created by the Almighty. It's a sibling to us. Yeah. So below virus level, you get into a point where it's very hard to define life. All you have is organic materials. Yeah. I just noticed the other day that if you was to look at the composition of the sun and look at how much oxygen it has, yeah, it works out to around 0.5% of the sun's mass is oxygen. I didn't know that. But if you look at 0.5% of the the sun's um, mass, yeah, is at least 5,000 Earths. So there's enough oxygen in there to make 5,000 Earths. And the same goes with nitrogen and carbon. So these peptide bonds that are crucial to amino acids can be formed in the sun. I didn't realize this before. So I have to correct my previous video where I said that organic material has to have been made outside the gas nebula that the sun was formed from. The sun could have been making them all along, fusing them together in the sun and blasting them out through whatever mechanism it does, like solar winds or whatever, coronal mass ejections and so forth. Yeah, so it could have blasted out organic material, but it never made it still. So it could have, the organic material would have had to come from a different nova or supernova. Yeah, supernova of a giant which had reached the ion stage, because these organic materials could have formed. I mean, the elements themselves have to have formed after the helium hydrogen stage. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Um, non-living things and living things are related. Yeah, when you deal with consciousness and you go, what's the smallest level of being, of life form that can be considered to be aware? So you take awareness to the virus level, and beyond that you go to organic material level. Yeah, you could say organic materials will eventually emerge awareness. Yeah, but because you've never been that small, you can't know if organic materials are aware. But I've even had well, because I'm a targeted individual. Yeah, I've had insects like flies and little moths that appear to show awareness in such a way that you have to deduce that there's someone of our scale, a human being, is in that insect. Yeah, where you have to deduce it from the way it's behaving. Yeah, it's as if it's connecting with me like another human being. So in the beginning, the Almighty created a non-living thing and awareness. Yeah, awareness is a sibling to it. Yeah, because without awareness there can't be choice to bring existence. Yeah, so non-living things are always paired up to living things, Non-aware things are always paired up with aware things. Yeah. So even in the universe, you're finding that matter appears to be paired up with dark matter. Energy appears to be paired up with dark energy. Yeah. And dark energy and dark matter, these are things that, relatively speaking, subjectively speaking, behave as if they are aware. Yeah. They don't want to be detected. When you look to see them, they disappear. And this also key to what's it called? The diffraction you see in the double slit experiment. Yeah. So in terms of what happens to consciousness after we die, yeah, you reach a state of awareness at a scale that you essentially become, um, you go into superposition. Yeah. With this reality where you can't be defined in one spot. This happens to you when you're alive too. Yeah, but the smallest scale, even if there's a small scale universe, yeah, um, you still have awareness, yeah, at a different scale, yeah. So there is awareness after what we consider to be death. There is non-detectable awareness at the implicit level, yeah. So is there a whole world at that level? When you're aware at that level, let's say you as small as a fly, everything in the world will appear to be so large. Yeah, you still have a world at that scale. Yeah, you still have an existence, a life at that scale. Whatever scale awareness is at, yeah, you still have a life at that scale. Yeah, so there's life after death, but we don't know the nature of it exactly. Yeah. So I just wanted to point out that you can't have non-aware things without having aware things. Yeah. uh, and that makes us siblings.